Good morning, darts fans, and welcome to the George Albert Hotel in Dorchester for events 3 and 4 of the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour. A few of the youngsters just going through the final motions before the tournament gets underway. As you can see from the graphic on the screen, Nathan Kerr of Blackburn is up first on the live stream here as he takes on Leonard Craddock of Oxfordshire. You can see your picture there, 13-year-old Leighton Bennett world champion. He'll be on the live stream later on. I think he's the third game on for you on this live stream as he takes on Taylor Smolden later on in the day. So it's going to be interesting to see how Leighton gets on. He won the first event in Wolverhampton before Harry Gregory went on to win the second event. Seen some great darts as well that weekend in Wolverhampton, some high averages, and we're expecting another great day of darts to come here in Dorchester. Yeah, we're expecting a great game here between. So we're nearly all set, guys, for our first game here on the stream board with me, Tom Beresford, talking you through the action. Nathan Kerr of Blackburn, of course, who reached the final in event number 1 in Wolverhampton as he just lost out to 13-year-old world champion Leighton Bennett. As for Leonard Craddock, he's been playing some great darts in 2019, following reaching the final of the World Junior Darts Championship at Alexandra Palace, as he lost out to Jurjen van der Velde in that final. He reached the semi-finals in event number 2 in Wolverhampton on the opening weekend of the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour, and we're expecting a high-quality contest. This one really stands out for me, and I'm sure it'd be a great match. Players just adding their final touches before we do get this opening match underway here on streaming board. Number 1. If you want to share your thoughts on the event throughout the course of the day, just tweet in at JDC Darts, and we'll be happy to shout out any recommendations you have, if you're liking the stream, the commentary, etc. How you're liking the event. But the JDC, from the minute it sort of set up the junior tour, it's been absolutely fantastic. And it's great to see that the events are now being streamed on Facebook. We're on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram for you guys, and enjoy the day. And it's sure it's going to be a fantastic 2 events here in Dorchester. I was just talking there about the JDC and the growth of the Junior Darts Corporation. Of course, we've seen players come through. Jared Cole in the first year of the UK tour, I think he played in 5 events, reached all 5 finals, won 4 of them. Went on to the development tour, challenge tour, reached the quarterfinal on the pro tour. Bradley Brooks, the JDC European champion, he's now a PDC tour card holder. We've seen Brad Phillips last year, who absolutely smashed the JDC tour in the first 4 events, and it's going to be a great day of action. There's so many good young players coming through. We've seen a few in the picture there. James Beaton, Leighton Bennett, world champion. Lennon Craddock actually at a 29 average for Oxfordshire A over the weekend. So he can play, reach the world final. Nathan Kerr reached the final of event number 1. He's been playing some monstrous darts. And the Blackburn Youth Academy must get a mention because they do a great job. On a small budget, they do a fantastic job for these kids. And the game is going year on year for these juniors. And it's all part of a progression circle from 10 to 18. The junior tour kicks off, and then we have the PDC development tour, and then the challenge tour and the pro tour. So there's plenty of opportunities for these youngsters without any great pressure from the age of 10 to 18, just sort of progressing. It's all about enjoyment, and that's what these kids are doing. And they're playing world-class darts at the same time, and the standard is getting better and better all the time. And we're just about to get this open underway between Blackburn's Nathan Kerr and Lennon Craddock of Oxfordshire. Of course, I'll keep you updated, guys, as well. And the scores are on the other boards going on throughout the course of the day. It's an action-packed day of darts as well, because we got the BDO Scottish Open, the PDC Players Championship event number 3, and of course events 3 and 4 on the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour. And what a day it's going to be, and I'm very excited to describe the action to you here from Dorchester. Both players hitting the ball here. Great standard. Because the bull off can be so important in these early stages. Nathan has won the bull, and Nathan Kerr will kick off this match. It's a nice solid visit from Nathan Kerr to kick things off. A nice ton. He's got a very deliberate technique, Nathan Kerr. It's nice and straight. Keeps the elbow tucked in and straight follow through on release. And Lennon Craddock's also got a lovely throw, and that's a fantastic visit in response to get himself back into his leg. A lovely 140. Since reaching that world final, Lennon Craddock, it was disappointing for him to lose that world final. I just did an interview with him just a few weeks after losing that final to Jurgen van der Velde at Alexandra Palace. It was a great experience. And for these youngsters, it is all about experience. And it was disappointing for him, but he's grown as a player and as a person as well. And it's very good to see him back in action. He won his PDPA scholarship for the PDC Development Tour. So that's going to be very interesting to see how he gets on. And the PDC Development Tour as well in April or May, I think it kicks off in Wigan. So Nathan Kerr is first to a finish on 154. The 2 treble 19s to leave the tops. A 128 for Lennon Craddock here. Can't be done. So Nathan Kerr's looking at 100 to win this opening leg. Might go 2 tops here. You think he went for it? Leaves tops, but Lennon Craddock on 80. Can he break the throw here? Is that a blocker? He has to move to the side. Just under. So Nathan Kerr, he wants tops to take this opening leg here in Dorchester. Double 10. Just in outside. That's a great marker and a great shot from Nathan Kerr. Opens up a 1-0 lead here. It was an excellent opening visit from Lennon Craddock to kick off this second leg with a nice 1-2-5. Nathan Kerr couldn't quite reply. Oh, and he's back in there again. This is superb from Lennon Craddock. Great start to this second leg on throw. Of course, just a best of 5 legs in format, the early stages of the competition. And then in semi-finals, it goes up to best of 7 and then best of 9 legs in the final. Nathan Kerr knows all about finals on the JDC Tour. He reached the final of the first event in Wolverhampton, losing out to Leighton Bennett, who averaged 90 in that final. So Nathan Kerr averaged 79.7 himself in that final. So he really did acquit himself well, and he's a great young player. I've heard lots of good things. He's local to me, and I've heard lots of good things about him and about the Blackburn Youth Academy. And credit looking at 117. Can't be done now on this visit. At least 36. That's a great last start there with treble 17. Nice ton for Nathan Kerr to leave on a finish, but Lennon Craddock wants double 18. First start in hand, that's a superb leg from Lennon Craddock. Brilliant, that's. He's responded superbly from that first leg, Lennon Craddock. He didn't really get off to a great start in the opener, but he's averaging 80 at the minute compared to 65 of Nathan Kerr. So he's playing the more consistent, but there's still quite a way to go in this one. This leg could be decisive, really. It's been such a short format. A break of throw could be crucial if Lennon Craddock could find a break. The treble again. Solid visit. There's nothing in this leg at all at the moment. That's a great visit from Nathan Kerr. Superb darts. Fantastic reply from Craddock. This third leg is wide open at the moment. Slight error with the scoreboard at the moment. We'll keep you updated. A solid visit from Nathan Kerr. 59 for Craddock. Apologies for the error with the scoreboard here at the moment. Seems to be an issue with data connect for this match. Just inside. Just worth a quick mention, if anyone is interested in starting a JDC Academy, then please get in touch. Send an email at info@juniordarts.com. Yeah, I mentioned the Blackburn Darts Academy there. There's several darts academies up and down the country affiliated with the JDC. The Painting Darts Academy is another successful academy that I'm aware of, and Brian Ivy and the guys around there are doing a great job. And if you are interested in setting up a JDC affiliated darts academy, then please get in touch. info@juniordarts.com. Okay. What's double two? Double one now. Just composing himself. Just outside. So close. Lennon Craddock wants top send for a 2-1 lead, and this really could be a steal. Double 10. Just outside. Takes the time. Takes the second. Oh, he's gone inside of it. Nathan Kerr goes inside the one. Lennon Craddock, double 5. Straight forward. Both players suffering with missed doubles in this particular leg. I think Craddock here will just take a moment just to compose himself. Maybe readjust, and could be a great chance. If he can take this leg, he'll fancy every chance of progressing. Inside a double 5, inside the 10. Nathan Kerr wants double 1. And it's there. A 2-1 lead, a holder throw for Nathan Kerr as he moves in a leg of this second round here in Dorchester. I was speaking there about the JDC affiliated academies. There are 20 JDC affiliated academies in UK and Ireland, and you could be a part of that. You fancy setting up a JDC Darts Academy? And like I say, the email address is there, info@juniordarts.com. Also, check the website, juniordarts.com. We're on Twitter at JDC Darts and Junior Darts Corporation on Facebook. The guys are very approachable, and it's a great opportunity to set up a JDC affiliated academy. Now let's have a quick look at the scores. I've got some results from the first round. Henry Coates has recorded a 3-1 victory over Lewis Bennett. Tyler Radley has seen off Stephen Ivy 3-0. Keelan Kay from Plymouth has enjoyed a lovely 3-0 victory over Challinor. This is great darts from Lennon Craddock here in this fourth leg. Brilliant darts. Superb to see. What a leg of darts from Lennon Craddock. It's the fifth and deciding leg to see who can advance to round 2 here in Dorchester. Craddock on his own throw has been absolutely superb, but against the throw, he had them chances in leg 3, but against the throw, he hasn't quite piled those scores in as he did on throw. So let's see how we can do again on the Nathan Kerr throw in the deciding leg here in Dorchester. Connor Pickett has enjoyed a 3-0 victory over George Golding. Some games still going on at the moment. Alfie Jakes is 1-0 up against Owen Bates. Harry Martin and Toby Gingell has gone to a deciding leg, as is this fantastic game so far between Nathan Kerr and Lennon Craddock. Craddock has got down to a finish first against the darts. But Nathan Kell will be looking to put a hole in this 201. Leaves a one treble finish. Great last start from Lennon Craddock. Fantastic darts. 131 visit there to leave 36. It's got to be treble 20 now. No, can't do it. So Lennon Craddock wants 36 to take this one 3-2. It's been a There you go. And Lennon Craddock advances to round two with a 3-2 victory over Blackburn's Nathan Kerr. That was a great game from Lennon Craddock, 77 average. And just take into consideration, I'd love to see the average on throw because on his own throw it was superb and produced a solid leg there to see off the match. And what a way to start the live stream here in Dorchester at the George Albert Hotel for the Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour event number 3. As you heard there from our tournament director, Connor Arbery against Ben Carr is our second game here on the live stream in Dorchester. Just on the subject of academies, what I was discussing before, guys, the JDC affiliated academies all also have an order of merit system to get to the JDC World Finals, which of course this year is in Gibraltar in September. So the touring academies will find us 32 finalists for the JDC World Junior Darts Championship. 22 of those players come from the JDC Tour from these events, and then 10 players will be generated from the Academy Order of Merit, which is yet again another great opportunity for these players to get to the World Championship final, which will be held at Alexandra Palace, of course. And it's a great opportunity for these youngsters. There's so many avenues and different directions and paths that these kids have got to get to where they want to be in darts. And yeah, it's fantastic. And we're seeing a great first game there between Lennon Craddock and Nathan Kerr. It was brilliant. Connor Arbery takes on Ben Carr in our second game here in Dorchester. We're hoping for more of the same. Over on board 3, George Lynch has averaged 71.6 in a 3-0 victory over Sean Ashburn. That's another decent average. Keelan Kay averaged 75.2 in a 3-0 victory over Joe DiChalino. And we're about to see this great game here between Connor Arbery and Ben Carr. As I mentioned before, we've got the PDC Players Championship Event 3 over in Wigan, the BDO Scottish Open, and of course the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour events 3 and 4 all day here in Dorchester. So in round 2, George Lynch will take on Tyler Radley. That should be a great game. Lennon Craddock, of course, won in our previous game to kick off today's event. He will take on JJ Wright, who saw off Mitchell McCarthy 3-2. And back to this one, Conor Arbery on 90. Ben Carr looking to leave a finish. He does. He's 1-5-1 though, and Conor Arbery's on top. So let's see if he can pin it. Double 10. Just a flick off that barrel. Conor Arbery for a 1-0 lead. Double 5. Inside. Double 2. And there it is. Conor Arbery leaves 1-0 in this one. With a nice holder throw. Lovely second dart, piled straight into the treble 20. He's got a great action, Conor Arbery. Nice and deliberate. The second leg again is quite open, much like the first one. It's all about finding those key shots in the back end of legs, and that's what Conor Arbery did in that first leg to set up the opportunity to open up a 1-0 lead, which he has here. Finds the treble there with his last dart. Again, there's nothing in the scores here at all. Conor Arbery looking to set up a decent finish from 2-2-6. Obviously, he won't go for a 60. He needs to go downstairs at some point. Let's leave a finish. Leaves 130. His car can't finish. Back on 198. 130 is a decent finish. It's only need one treble in this particular outshot to leave a dart at the bull. It's not a good lie for him looking to get right over that one, and he does. Leaves the dart at the bull. Will he go for it with his opponent not on a finish? He does. Into the 19. Leaves him on 31. Ben Carb looking to put a hole in this 171, apply a bit of pressure. That's a great visit. Superb, that's from Ben Carr. Conor Arbery replies straight away with a busts his score there somehow. And it's the double 15 going for a single 15 sleeve. Double 8 it was. And Ben Carr, he's double 5 now, last start. Oh, just over the top. Conor Arbery gets away with it there. Double 8. Oh, and he's missed a big number there. Inside to the 20. So Conor Arbery, double 8, and it's straight in. Frustration on his face because he knows that he should have had that leg a lot earlier. He had to survive darts for the leg from Ben Carr, but Conor Arbery leads 2-0 and a fantastic opening visit from Conor Arbery. It's another brilliant visit from Conor Arbery. He can see the finishing line in sight. 2-2-7 left after just 2 visits to the board. That's brilliant. And Ben Carr really needs to find something or rely on missed doubles from Conor. He's 186, not on a finish. 183, sorry. And Ben Carr back on 305. So we're looking to set up a 2-dart or maybe even leave a double from this visit. It leaves a ton. Look, can Ben Carr apply some sort of pressure on this 100? Conor Arbery, maybe tops. Ben Carr's on 109. He's gone for the treble 16 route. 64. He's left 57. Was that the wrong decision? Ben Carr, what's 109? Again, Conor Arbery has the match in his hands, 57. Stops. And there it is. Conor Arbery, a 3-0 winner against Ben Carr. It's a great performance, especially in that third leg from Conor. He started off at brilliantly, 134 and 140 to kick off the third leg. And it's Conor Arbery that advances to round 2 here in Dorchester. Next up on streaming board 1, we have the 13-year-old world junior champion Leighton Bennett in action here. Leighton, of course, won event number 1 in Wolverhampton with a 90 average in that final. He produced some stellar darts, and he's gone on to produce some great darts since. For Lincolnshire on the BICC weekend, he averaged 93 and 95 in performances for both of the Lincolnshire sides. And Leighton Bennett just goes from strength to strength. He's covered in sponsors. He's a much talk about figure, so young, and he's such a brilliant player. And it's very exciting to see what the future has in store for Leighton. And Taylor Smolden will be Leighton's opponent for this match. In event number 1 that Leighton Bennett actually went on to win, his averages were so consistent. 88.4 and 90.7, a 77, an 82, a 93.6 average in the semi-final, and an 89.9 average in the final. It was very consistent on that day. So it'd be interesting to see how Leighton Bennett gets on against Taylor Smolden here, our third game on streaming board 1 here in Dorchester. A couple more results from the first round here in Dorchester. James Beaton of Chester, a 3-1 winner over Ethan Haynes. It was a great performance from James Beaton. 71.3 average in that one. He's another player that I've been keeping my eye on recently. He's playing some great darts. Some decent average coming out. There's a superb average from Joan Swanson with an 86.7 average in a 3-1 victory over Cole Davey. That was a brilliant performance. And Luke Littler averaged 80.8 in a 3-1 win over Dorset's Dan Perry. So I spoke about standard there. There's, as you can see with the results flooding through, there's a few 80 plus averages creeping up just in the first couple of games, and we're expecting a high standard of Leighton Bennett. There's an expectation there already. With he's just 13 years old, won the Cambridgeshire Open, then went on to win the BDO World Junior title at Lakeside. Won the first Junior Tour event, and just how far can Leighton Bennett keep progressing? It's going to be very exciting to find out. Leighton Bennett takes a 1-0 lead here against Taylor Smolden. Slight error with the scoreboard again, guys. We're going to apologise for that. He's got a very, very nice action, Leighton Bennett. Very deliberate. Lots of force in the throw. Very, very accurate nonetheless. Taylor Smolden, 95 scored. Straighten that treble again. Brilliant darts. Nice solid ton for Leighton Bennett. It's a beautiful visit from Leighton Bennett there. Lovely 1-3-4. Taylor Smolden looks at tops. Just over the top. Taylor Smolden looks at tops again. Double 10. Double 5 now. Just over the top. Double 5 for Leighton Bennett. Oh, just inside. Let's leave yourself double 2. He's going to have to split now. Oh, he's left 3. He busts his score. So Leighton Bennett, double 2 we're looking at. That first one was a great marker. We're looking to just flick off that one. And there it is. Leighton Bennett leads 2-0. And breaks the throw with Taylor Smolden. We're throwing for a 3-0 win here. We're looking for a 3-0 win. What can Taylor Smolden do to stay in this one? Nicely thrown, but very unfortunate. That's the score of 60. Bennett's into the treble 20 and again. Beautiful stuff. He uses quite a long point as well, Leighton Bennett, it seems. That can be an advantage to some players, as I can see more of the treble. Because if you use a shorter point and the barrel sinks all the way into the board, you can't really see the open bed. I know Peter Wright is definitely one of those players that uses a longer point. Leighton Bennett stringing together a nice leg here. Lovely 100 scored. Beautiful darts. Oh, it's beautiful. Fantastic 162 from Leighton Bennett. This lad is so talented. Looking at tops here. Double 10. It's a great performance from Leighton Bennett. A 3-0 victory over Taylor Smolden. And what a fantastic performance from the 13-year-old World Junior Champion. What a way to kick off the day here in Dorchester. We expected big things from Leighton Bennett, and he produced some solid darts. in that 3-0 victory over Taylor Smalden. If you are enjoying the coverage of the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour event number 3, we're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe to the JDC Darts channel. Be a short interval before we do start our next game here on Streaming Board 1. We do have next for you a second round clash between Brad Phillips, a multiple JDC Tour event winner, as he takes on Connor Pickett. Who are the two pellet players then? Connor Pickett as he takes on Brad Phillips. Brad Phillips from Harlow, a multiple JDC Tour event winner. They'll be looking to win yet another Junior Darts Corporation title. Great visit there from Connor Pickett. You're looking to kick off this one. The players throw for the ball to get this fourth game here on the stream board underway. Brad Phillips has won the ball and he will throw off in this second round match here in Dorchester at the George Albert Hotel. We have got our scoreboard rectified, I do believe, and we're good to go. Beautiful first start from Connor Pickett. So beautiful 137 visit. Connor Pickett as he looks to threaten a break of throw in this first leg. And he's stolen the darts here. And he's back in the treble 20 again. He's certainly put a huge hole in this opening leg against the darts. But Bradley Phillips is filling the treble 20 up beautifully. A great 140. Connor Pickett isn't going away. And a nice ton there to the first to a finish on 105. Interesting how he approaches the 105. It's a great last start from Brad Phillips. Sleeve 130. Treble 15. He's 70. Leaves on 64. Brad Phillips wants 130. Just one treble needed to leave the bull. He can't quite find it. There's a blocker there. To move over or switch to the 18s maybe, which he does. Connor Pickett, 64. Lovely first start, treble 16. Double 4. Just outside. Brad Phillips has got an opportunity here, 72. 20 for tops. Can he see over that? And he can. There's a great dart from Brad Phillips as he moves 1-0 ahead here in this second round match in Dorchester. Connor Pickett under a bit of pressure on his own throw here. Brad Phillips looks to break for a 2-0 lead. There's a long way to go in this leg yet. A lot of darts still to be thrown. Solid darts from Brad Phillips. But looking to set up a finish from here, Phillips. That's great first start. Nice ton there from Brad Phillips. Connor Pickett. We'll also be looking to put a hole in this 220. It's another great first start. Oh, it's a beautiful visit from Connor Pickett. A timely 140. But Brad Phillips wants 123. 104 left. The ball. Just into the 25. It's a great effort. It's in the 7, actually. Connor Pickett wants 80. Look over them 2 darts. Maybe move to the side if you can't see all the bed. It's unlucky. Brad Phillips wants 43. Double 16. Just outside. Connor Pickett is handed a lifeline. Double 10. And it's there. Nice holder throw for Connor Pickett. Breaker throw, sorry, from Connor Pickett. No, it is a holder. I thought it was. The 2 players getting confused there a bit. Brad Phillips will throw first in this 3rd leg, as he won the ball at the start of the match. Plays him confusing the commentator there, which isn't hard. Connor Pickett's a great start. Brad Phillips just can't find his ranges. Been in and out of that treble 20 area. And for Connor Pickett, this is an opportunity to break the throw if he can take his chances. Brad Phillips a great first start there, but couldn't quite follow it. Connor Pickett will feel it. He's still in this leg. He's still in control. And he is with that dart. A great treble 20. Another ton. Finding that treble 20 with some consistency, Connor Pickett, and it's a great visit to leave 160. First to a finish. Brad Phillips can't get to a finish, so 6 darts from 160 for Connor Pickett against the darts. Great first one from Brad Phillips. Replies with a solid 140 to pile the pressure on this 119 for Connor Pickett. Yes, that's 62 left. Looking for 12 bull here. Yes, for the bull. Oh, that's so close. Right on the wire. Brad Phillips wants 64. Double 16. Misses outside again. And Connor Pickett, can he pick off this 25? Double 8. And there it is. A breaker throw for Connor Pickett, and now he has the darts for the match. It's been a solid display from Connor Pickett. He's got, much like Leighton Bennett, has got a very deliberate action. There's quite a bit of force to his throw as well. That's a decent start from Brad Phillips against the darts with a 135 visit. I don't think this match is over just yet, guys. And he's in there. He's found his groove now. Brad Phillips. Solid start against the darts as he looks to break straight back. Connor Pickett he's refusing to give in this leg. He's still in there with a chance. Brad Phillips looks to set up a finish. He's 153. Connor Pickett needs a 140 just to leave a finish here. So Brad Phillips, 6 darts from 153. $110. Connor Pickett really does need something here. Needs to find at least a treble. Can't quite find it. For Brad Phillips, 110. Maybe treble 18. Outside. Leave 60. Connor Pickett, not on a finish, so he will be back for 60. It's a great visit. Puts the pressure on this 60. Stops. Thought it was in. Double 10. And there it is. Going to a deciding leg here. A break straight back for Brad Phillips. Connor Pickett really has piled the pressure on Brad Phillips at times in this match, and he's been superb as well. And it's going to be great to see who's going to emerge from this one. Brad Phillips just a 47 to kick off. Connor can't quite replicate his form from the previous leg. It's a long way to go in this decider just yet. Many twists and turns to come, I'm sure. Nice treble found there from Connor Pickett. Brad Phillips is finding the treble beautifully here. A superb 180 from Brad Phillips. Fantastic. Timely maximum from the youngster from Harlem. He was just looking to set this 214 up. Here's 157. He's got time on his hands as Connor Pickett's back on 328. Could he finish the match in style, Brad Phillips? Just under the treble. Might go downstairs here. She does. There's 98. For 19, will he go straight for it? No, he splits it. Just outside of the double 18. Connor Pickett survives one match start. And he's sort of trying some pressure on this 249. Can't quite do it. And Brad Phillips won 36 for the match for a place in round 3. And it's there. Brad Phillips advances to round 3 here in Dorchester. A 3-2 victory over Connor Pickett, who produced some great darts himself to stick in there to lead 2-1. But Brad Phillips broke straight back, then held in the deciding leg to advance to round 3, a 70 average. And Brad Phillips is into round 3. We have another second round match for you coming up. Alfie Jakes takes on Pacey Large. Here on stream board 1, Luke Littler is also into round 3 with a 3-0 victory over Liam Butler with an 82 average. So Luke Littler really is finding some form so far this morning, in Dorchester. An 80.8 average in his first game and then an 82 average in his second match. And he really is a player to look out for today, alongside with many other youngsters that are battling it out here in Dorchester. Just to confirm, Keelan Kay from Plymouth. He is also into the third round with a 3-1 victory over Toby Gingell. Keelan Kay, obviously a winner on the JDC Tour. Alpha Jakes and Pacey Large. Ready for their practice darts before the pair bull off. Just applying the final touches to their preparations before we get this second round match underway between Alfie Jakes and Pacey Large. I, for one, have been impressed with the standard of play so far today, guys. If you're enjoying the stream, if you're enjoying the matches that we brought to you, please get in touch on Twitter at JDC Darts over the course of the day. The pair now throwing for the ball to determine who will throw first. And Alfie Jakes has won the ball, and he will throw first in this one. Lovely first start from Alfie Jakes. It's just the 87 though. Lovely reply from Pacey Large here. Great first start. Can't quite follow it. There's nothing really in this first leg so far. That's a great visit from Pacey Large. Lovely 140. It's a nice reply back from Alfie Jakes. As he stays in the lead just and he leaves the finish. It's a great 140. He has 6 darts now from this 160. Just looking to set it up here. Great treble 19. There's 193. Pacey Large just trying a bit too hard to sort of leave a decent check out. He does leave a check out of 164. Treble 14 here. Just slips into 11. That's 63 left. Leaves himself on 46 when he comes back. If he comes back, which he will. So 46 for the opening leg for Alfie Jakes. Looking at tops. Just inside, double 10. There it is. Alfie Jakes, 1-0 up against Pacey Large. Here in Dorchester in this round 2 match. That's a decent visit from Pacey Large. 2 trebles. 111 scored. That's a great visit back from Alfie Jakes. A great reply. Seen some great scores so far in this one. Both of them finding the treble 20 range on it. That's another solid ton from Pacey Large. Alfie Jakes, just a 60. Pacey Large in there again. His first start has been brilliant today so far. Just strays with the last start, 85. Alfie Jakes looking for a stun. There's still nothing in this leg. Didn't need that. It leaves a finish though, Pacey Large, 157. Alfie Jakes looking to set this one up from 244. 98 score, leaves a finish of 146. Pacey Large then, 157. Can't quite find his range. So it's down to who can take the finish. 119? No, it can't be done. So Alpha Jakes is looking at 104. Just one treble needed. In and around the treble 16 there, but couldn't quite find the treble 16. Top. Great marker. He just couldn't find it. So Alpha Jakes wants 56 for a 2-0 lead. Tops. There it is. Alfie Jakes clinical on the finishing. Pacey Large missed 2 darts there to level the match up as Alfie Jakes moves 2-0 ahead and 1 leg away from a place in round 3. It's a solid start from Jakes. Great visit to leave 8 Alfie Jakes. Double 10. There it is. Great visit. Great last leg from Alpha Jakes. 3-0 victory over Pacey Large to move to round 3 here in Dorchester. As you can see on your screen, 13-year-old world champion Leighton Bennett is back on the live stream as he takes on Tavis Dudney from Brighton for a place in round 3 here at the George Albert Hotel in Dorchester. Alpha Jakes was very impressive there in the previous match with a 3-0 victory over Pacey Large. Some great finishing from Alpha Jakes. He was very clinical in his finishing, and he's going to be a force to be reckoned with today. Along with Brad Phillips, who's also into the last 16. And can the world champion Leighton Bennett cement his place in the last 16? Henry Coates of Derbyshire is into the last 16 with a 3-1 victory over Ashley Marson. Tavis Dudney, of course, is another previous JDC UK Tour winner. He's an impressive young player from Brighton. And I'm sure we're in for a fantastic game here. Leighton Bennett was brilliant in his opening round win here on the live stream. Tavis Dudney saw off Callum Cross 3-0 in his opening game. And he'll be looking to cement his place in the last 16, but it's a very tough match as he takes on the world champion Leighton Bennett. Tavis doing his one of the bull. Bennett straight in there. Fantastic 180 from Leighton Bennett to kick things off. Stellar darts. It's in there again, Bennett. Terrific 140. See 137 after just 9 darts thrown. Yes, 77 left, 58 now. He's got a very fast throw, Leighton Bennett. Similar to Ricky Evans, not quite as fast as Ricky, but he definitely has got a very fast action. 54 now. Double top for a 14 darter. Double 10. Lovely 15 dart breaker throw for Leighton Bennett to kick off this first leg. He's back in that trouble again. 80 scored. Mentioned before about his long points. They do sort of hang out the board a bit. But you do get to see more of the treble bed. Looks more open. Solid ton from Leighton Bennett. Great marker. Just above the treble. That was very unlucky with those first two. Just a 60 scored. Dooney's still way back on 398. Be looking to find a treble. He does. Bennett looking to set up a finish. He does. 97. He's 164 when he comes back. Tavis Dooney just can't find his range. He's been put under a lot of pressure from Leighton Bennett, though, in the first leg especially, but he's been solid in this leg as well, Leighton. Leaves 106. Got at least 6 starts from 106. Treble 18. 68. So Leighton Bennett looking at 63 for a 2-0 lead. Tops. Drag that quite low. Tavis Dooney will looking for a 140 would be the perfect shot here. Oh, that's very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate for Tavis Dooney, but Leighton Bennett on 35 wants double 16. Late. 2-0. Leighton Bennett leads over Tavis Dooney. Solid display so far, 77 average. Couldn't quite replicate the 15 dart leg in the opener, but it's been a great performance again from Bennett. Finding the treble 20 with such ease. He just makes it look so easy. Dooney just needs to compose himself, readjust. 96 from Bennett. He looks to steal the darts straight away in the first 6 darts there. Very, very solid action. A quick thrower, like I was saying before, but the accuracy is superb. And the speed must help him. Right in the treble. Unfortunate with the second dart. Leaves 205. Can Dooney leave a finish from 240? No, he can't. That's an unfortunate visit. And Leighton Bennett looking for 6 darts from 205. It's a solid visit. Let's leave 147. Dooney be looking to leave a finish from here. And he does. But Leighton Bennett, can he finish the match with a showpiece? Yes, treble 17. Unlucky with that one. 70 left. He's 50. No, sorry, 90. Misjudged that one there. 156 for Dooney. Found the first dart, first treble. Just couldn't quite follow it. Leighton Bennett wants 90. 75 remaining. Oh, he's going for a party piece here. Oh, that's a superb finish. A wonderful finish from Leighton Bennett there. Oh, that was beautiful. Treble 15 was first out on 90, left in 75. 25 bull to kill off the match. A 75 average in a 3-0 victory over Tavis Dooney to advance to round 3 in the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour, event number 3 in Dorchester. Seen some great darts so far in Dorchester as we move into the third round. As you can see, Buster Turner is now on your screen. Just having a quick practice before his match with Alfie Jakes. He returns to the live stream after that solid display earlier on in that 3-0 victory. Remember, Alfie Jakes saw off Pacey Large earlier on 3-0. With some great finishing, it has to be said. Jakes was solid on the treble 20 hitting, but his finishing was exemplary. And if he can keep up that great spell of finishing, no matter who he plays today, he's got every chance of winning this tournament today. As for Buster Turner, he was a 3-0 winner over Caleb Gormley. Caleb Gormley, a 3-0 victory over him. And he'll be looking to cement his place in the quarterfinals here in Dorchester at the George Albert Hotel for the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour event number 3. We still have some second round games actually going on. Tyler Radlett, George Lynch, James Beaton is 1-0 down to Jack Mayo. Jason Meek has been took to a deciding leg against Pavel Petrov. And this last 16 match between Alfie Jakes and Buster Turner about to get underway. The players just throwing their final practice darts before we bull off here in Dorchester. Alfie Jakes has won the bull and he will throw first in this last 16 match. So it's Turner from Buster Turner. Jakes replies with a 60. Try and keep you updated as we can with the score because the scoreboard, it seems to have gone down again, guys. Just on a few problems there with the scoreboard. We'll get that sorted for you. Buster Turner takes the first leg. A breaker throw for Turner. 96 to kick things off. Buster Turner then, 2-0 lead here against Alfie Jakes. Apologies for the lack of scoreboard and a few technical issues here in Dorchester. Looking to get that sorted ASAP for you guys to bring you the best quality of stream that we possibly can. On a great day of action, guaranteed here at the George Albert Hotel in Dorchester for event number 3 of the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour. If you've only just joined us, I was discussing the JDC affiliated academies earlier on. There's up to 20 JDC affiliated academies in the UK and Ireland. If you do want to set up a JDC affiliated academy or be a part of the JDC Academy, just simply get in touch with the guys at the JDC, info@juniordarts.com. All the information will also be available on juniordarts.com. If you don't already, please give us a follow on Twitter at JDC Darts. And I hope you're all enjoying the action here in Dorchester. It's been a great start to the day so far. Some great matches. Leighton Bennett producing a couple of great performances on the live stream. Lennon Craddock with another impressive display from him. Great performance from Lennon Craddock to kick off the live stream. 2 16 darters and 11 dart on his own throw, and he was brilliant. Yeah, we've seen some great matches, and the best is still yet to come. I'm very excited to see how the day will end. Alfie Jakes gets his first leg on the board, 2-1. Buster Turner will be looking to finish this one, or can Alfie Jakes force a deciding leg? Our last 16 lineup is almost complete. You're going to keep up to date with all the scores throughout the course of the afternoon. Just log on to tv.dartconnect.com and keep up to date with all the matches around all the boards, every single dart thrown from the George Albert Hotel in Dorchester. Henry Coates, Lennon Craddock, Keelan Kay, Brad Phillips, Luke Littler, Jack Mayle, Jason Meek, Leighton Bennett, Lewin Halsall are all through to the last 16. Of course, these two men, Alfie Jakes and Buster Turner, as they look to cement their place in the quarterfinals. Buster Turner, of course, 2-1 up here, but looking to book his place in the last 8. He can't get his chance there to progress. Alfie Jakes looking to pile in a big score. So Buster Turner to move into the quarterfinals. And there we go. Buster Turner advances to the quarterfinals of the. Oh, sorry. Yes, it's of course the losing track with the score there. Even the commentators get it. Even us commentators get it wrong, guys. We are looking to get the scoreboard issue fixed and sorted. For all the other matches are all available on Dart Connect to keep up to date with all the matches over the course of the afternoon here in Dorchester. Spectacular effort from Buster Turner there. That's for the match. Alpha Jake's double 10. Just outside. Buster Turner pins double 11 to advance to the quarterfinals here in Dorchester. Mr. Data double 11 for the 1-2-4 finish, but mopped it up perfectly with double 11 to secure his place in the last 8 here in Dorchester. Lennon Craddock, as you can see on our picture, he is next in action on the live stream as he takes on Plymouth's Keelan Kay for a place in the quarterfinals. Keelan Kay, of course, a former JDC UK Tour winner, also a PDPA scholar for the PDC Development Tour. I think it's great how the JDC are offering the PDPA scholarships. The criteria is pretty basic. The top 3 players over the age of 16 from the Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour will win PDPA scholarships. And also the top 4 players, top 4 British English players from the JDC International Junior Darts Tour Order of Merit will automatically be selected to represent England at the JDC World Cup as well. Leighton Bennett has booked his place in the quarterfinals as well here in Dorchester with an 86.7 average in a 3-0 victory over Jason Meek. And of course, as we've seen just previously, Buster Turner, a 3-2 victory over Alfie Jakes with a 77.5 average. Jack Boardman is 2-1 up against Jack Mayle in their last 16 encounter. Also, Ewan Halsall is 1-0 up against Charlie Voorhees in the other last 16 match. Welcome back, guys, to Dorchester at the George Albert Hotel for the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour event number 3. This is a last 16 clash between Tyler Radley and Henry Coates as the pair look to bull off. Unfortunate bounce out for Tyler Radley there. Nice solid ton from Henry Coates. So the first of the quarterfinal matches are getting underway around the George Albert Hotel in Dorchester. But this is the final last 16 clash of the afternoon in event number 3 on the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour. Tyler Radlett with a slight advantage in this first leg. Henry Coates will be looking to find a treble. Beautiful first dart from Henry Coates. And a great second dart. Nice 138 visit. Great visit to get himself back in the leg to leave 108. Tyler Radlett can't do the 161. So Henry Coates, it's in his court now. Going the 18s route. At least 52 when he comes back, if he comes back. Tyler Radley on 116 is another treble. Can't be done. So Henry Coates wants double 16 to take this opening leg. Double 8. Oh, into the 11. Busty scoring Tyler Radley 160. Oh, 55. Leaves double 5. Just over the top. 2 frustrating darts for Tyler there. Missing the big number. Great markers from Henry Coates. Just can't find it. Tyler Radley, double 5, and it's there. 1-0. 1-0 lead for Tyler Radley. Older throw. Oh, Henry Coates really did threaten a break. Starts at double 16. That's a great first visit for Henry Coates. 1-3-4. He's in there again. This is great stuff. Oh, and again. 180 here from Henry Coates. Delightful stuff from the youngster. It was 187 after just 2 visits to the board. Tyler Radley way back on 372. So Coates just needs to stay composed. Great visit again from Henry Coates. Gives himself double 4. Superb darts from Henry Coates. 13 dart leg. Brilliant stuff. Tyler Radlett with an 85 to start off the third leg. And guys, this is the last of the last 16 matches in event number 3 of the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour. The rest of the quarterfinal matches are underway across the hotel. Try and keep you as up to date as I possibly can. Bennett against Voorhees and Coates, of course, against Radlett here in this last 16 match. It's a great visit from Henry Coates. He's produced some great stuff. Coates so far. Tyler Radlett The ball's in his court at the moment in this third leg. First to a finish on 142. Colts unable to leave a finish. Well, 6 starts from 142. Beautiful last start. 94 scored to leave 48. Again, we talk about the youngsters being quality and the averages and whatnot being terrific. But the adding up and the maths involved is brilliant. As Tyler Radlett takes out 48 to move 2-1 ahead. Yeah, it's not just the ability they have to throw darts, it's the scoring and the adding up and the calculating and working out the setup shots and what they need to go for. It's great what the JDC academies do. If you want to get involved with the JDC Academy, more information can be found at juniordarts.com or send an email to info@juniordarts.com. There's over 20 JDC affiliate academies up and down the country. And Ireland, of course. And I know that Keith O'Neill at Junior Darts Ireland does a great job with his academies on the Emerald Isle. I hope you're watching, Keith. I hope you're well. Certainly enjoying a great day of action here so far in Dorchester at the George Albert Hotel. There's nothing in this fourth leg. Henry Coates looks to put a hole in that in this 2-3-2. Leaves a finish. Tyler Radlett now needing a treble. That's in the ball. Unlucky with the second dart. I was going to question if he'd go for it or not with Radlett being so far behind. Sets it up. 52 left to level this match. It's 24 scored. Great darts from Henry Coates. 52 checkout with 2 doubles. Not intentional, of course. Yeah, it's a great display of finishing from the youngster. As we're into deciding leg to determine who will advance to the quarterfinals of the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour event number 3. Hope you're enjoying the action here on JDC TV. On Facebook, on Twitter, we're on Instagram and YouTube. Make sure if you are watching on YouTube, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Get involved on social media on Twitter at JDC Darts. Still no closer to guessing who's going to advance to the quarterfinals. With it very well poised in this deciding leg. I was just looking at the results earlier on the PDC Players Championship event number 3. There's been some interesting results so far. Simon Whitlock eliminated from the competition. Michael Smith finding 112.3 average in a 6-2 win over Adam Hunt in their opening round match. Yeah, this is just the start of the progression from turning pro. 10 to 18. These kids want to gain experience and gain confidence. And there's so much opportunity through it as well. Now let's see if Henry Coates can take up this 1-2-5. Can't be done now. So Tyler Radlett wants 52 for the match. In a place in the quarterfinals. A double 16. Just takes a second to compose himself. That's a great marker. And it's there. Tyler Radlett advances to the quarterfinals of the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour, event number 3, with a 3-2 victory over Henry Coates. A great match. Over board 7, Buster Turner is 1-0 in front against Jack Boardman. Boardman's looking at 56 to level the match up. He misses double 16s. The Buster Turner wants number 2. for a 2-0 lead over on board 7. Just stay with us for this. As the competition carries on, we have our first quarter-final match here on the live stream, guys, as Brad Phillips takes on Luke Littler. Brad, a multiple JDC UK Tour winner, and he'll definitely fancy his chances of winning another JDC title this afternoon in Dorchester at the George Albert Hotel. We are reaching the latter stages now of event number 3 on the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour. But don't worry, guys. Event number 4 will be coming up straight after this. And we're in for a great game here, I'm sure, because Luke Littler has been in some great form over the course of the afternoon. Some great averages from him. Brad Phillips also produced some great averages. Leighton Bennett, I can confirm, is in through to the semi-finals after a 3-0 victory over Charlie Voorhees. A 70.5 average for the 13-year-old world champion. And he will face either Buster Turner or Jack Boardman in that semi-final. And the winner of this quarter-final match will face either Tyler Radley or Keelan Kay in the semi-finals. A solid start for Brad Phillips. For 6. Luke Littler here. Lovely darts. Fantastic 140. Phillips is in there. Fantastic 180 from Brad Phillips. Littler's in there as well. This is a great game so far. Great start. And a great advert for junior darts. Both players to a finish. Brad Phillips first on 167. There's the treble 20. Treble 19. Yes, for the bull. Oh, that's a fantastic effort from Brad Phillips. Gave us every reason to get excited about that one. The first 2 darts were plumbing the treble. It was a fantastic effort for the bull. Double 18. Just inside, double 9. Inside again. So Luke Littler with a glimmer of hope here on 82. 25 or bull, maybe. Yeah, that's the bull. Double 16. That's a fantastic finish from Luke Littler. Just seconds after that great 167 attempt from Brad Phillips. Phillips looks so composed here. A very calm, natural action and a great 140 to start this second leg off. And Littler looks to follow. Nice solid ton for Littler. Maybe I got a bit too excited for that 167. That would have been a huge shot. That was edge of your seat darts from Brad Phillips. Great last treble there from Brad. Phillips first to a finish on 140. Littler with a nice 97 to leave 142. There's nothing in this leg. We're looking to leave tops here, Phillips. Just find one trouble. That's it. Big 20 now. Nice and high. There we go. Leaves tops. So Luke Littler, this 142 needs to go. Just into the 5. He's really, really fluffed his lines there, Luke Littler. And Brad Phillips needs tops. There we go. One apiece in this quarter-final. Remember, after this, guys, the format does go up to the best of 7 and then best of 9 in the final here in Dorchester at the George Albert Hotel. 59 there from Brad Phillips. They were 3 perfectly thrown darts from Luke Littler. Very unfortunate. But he does have quite a lead. What can Brad Phillips do to get back in this one? That's a great visit. Deserve more than a ton there. Luke Littler. Great last treble 20. That could be very important. Doesn't leave a finish, leaves a bogey number. But Brad's back on 302. Can't quite put any pressure on the 165. So Luke Littler a bit of time here on the 165. Just the 40 though, so Brad could reapply the pressure back on Littler with a decent visit. He's visibly annoyed at that first dart because it does block the entire 20 off. Just a 58. Can't leave a finish. So Luke Littler has 6 darts from 125. Just looks to set it up. 65 scored, 60 left. Brad Phillips needing a couple of trebles here to put some sort of pressure on. That's exactly what he does. A nice 140. So Luke Littler, 60. Just over the top of that. Double 10. And there it is. 2-1 Luke Littler leads in this quarter-final match here in Dorchester at the George Albert Hotel. 85. Not a bad start from Phillips. In a leg that he can't afford to lose. He was in a similar position to this in his last game, actually. Came from 2-1 down to win 3-2 with some brilliant legs he put together, and he'll be looking to do more of the same. And it doesn't faze him being behind in the match. But that's a great 180 from Luke Littler. Fantastic as he looks to win this match and book his place in the semi-finals. A lot of the pundits and pros say that timing is better than averages and etc. And it really is. Timing is so important in darts. And these youngsters learn this week in, week out. I know the majority of the players that will be playing in action today will, of course, be representing their relevant counties tomorrow, up and down the country. Phillips 140. Can't go. But Littler's not on a finish. We're looking to leave something decent here. Nice ton to leave 89. But Brad Phillips wants 96 to stay in the match. Should stay there. Oh, he went for the double-double. So Luke Littler for the match. He wants 89. He's going to get at least one dart at the bull. Oh, he doesn't. He misses the big number. Misses the big 20. Which allows Brad Phillips the chance at tops to level this match and force a deciding leg. Double 10. And it's there. We're going all the way, guys. Luke's got the throw in this deciding leg. Just the 57. That could open the door for Brad Phillips. can't quite find the treble. He needs trebles, and Luke Little is straight in here again. 125. That's a great visit. Now Brad does need trebles in this leg, and that's not the visit that he'll want. Bit of breathing space for Luke Littler, but there's quite a bit to go yet in this deciding leg. A great visit from Brad Phillips. Gets him right back in this leg. Just 40 points behind now before these. A nice 96 visit from Luke Littler. Leaves 177. Phillips just looking to battle his way back. But it's all in Littler's hands now. 177 left. It's not a bad setup. Left 107. He's going to get at least 6 starts from this 107. Treble 17. 70 left. He was 25. He hit the treble 15 with his last start. They're going for the treble 10. Great bit of pressure from Brad Phillips. A lovely 1-2-1 visit. And there is some pressure on this one, on this 25 double 11 for Luke Littler. Could be awkward. Right on the wire. So Brad Phillips to advance to the semi-finals. It was 93. That's straight in, double 18. Oh, that's a great finish from Brad Phillips. Luke Little misses 2 match starts to advance to the semi-finals, but it's Brad Phillips who takes out 93 in 2 darts to book his place in the semi-finals of the JDC Scott Arms International Junior Darts Tour here at the George Albert Hotel in Dorchester. So in our first semi-final here features the 13-year-old world champion Leighton Bennett on the live stream for a third time as he takes on Buster Turner for a place in today's final. The JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour event number 3. Leighton Bennett is, of course, already a winner on the JDC Tour in 2019 after he won event number 1 in Wolverhampton. And he'll fancy every chance of reaching the final. The way he's been playing today. But a big mention here to Keelan Kay, who puts in the performance of the day as he averages 94 in a 3-0 victory over Tyler Radlett, who averaged 80 himself. What a game and performance from Keelan Kay. Keelan will take on Brad Phillips in the other semi-final. So who will book their place in the final today in event number 3 on the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour 2019? Will it be Buster Turner or 13-year-old world champion Leighton Bennett? We're about to find out. And Leighton has won the ball and he will throw first in this match. Solid 60. 93 from Turner to kick things off. Bennett's darts do go in with some force, don't they? Really does fire them in. Nice ton from Turner. A great start to this match from both players. He's in there again. Nice solid ton from Bennett. And he's finding the treble, Bennett. He's 1-4-1, which of course is the route for a 9-dart leg. Lovely 114 response from Buster Turner. Shove 19. Leaves 62. Leaves 32. A great visit from Leighton Bennett. Great setup shot. Averaging 94 at the moment. Double 16 and it's there. A very steady leg from Leighton Bennett. Solid first visit from Turner in this second leg. Let's find that treble again. Just strays into the 5. That's a spectacular visit from Buster Turner. These guys continue to trade blows. It's a great match so far. In this best of 7 match, remember. The format does go up in the semi-finals and then up to best of 9 in the final. 60 there for Bennett. Opens the door a bit here for Buster Turner, especially that first dart and the second one. That's a great visit from Buster Turner, leaves 99. Bennett needing a good score here. Does leave a finish of 150. 42 left to 10. Double 16 for Buster Turner. He did hit the treble 10 then instead of the single to leave double 16. Double 3, and it's there. We have a level game here in Dorchester in this first semi-final. Buster Turner levelled the match up. A great 140 to kick off this third leg from Leighton Bennett. Averaging 93 at the moment. A strong performance from him yet again. But a superb 134 from Buster Turner. I've been very impressed with Turner. Not just in this game, but all throughout the course of the event, really. Finds that treble 19 again. Bennett still has the advantage. We see 180. Just above. Leaves 121 though after 9 darts. Just for 19. Doesn't need to go for the 1-2-1 finish. Very clever board management there from Leighton Bennett. His opponent not on a finish. That leaves 110. Buster Turner. Double 8 for Bennett. Double 4. Inside, drags it inside. He really did pull that last one then. So Buster Turner with a glimmer of hope. Treble 19 still on. 88. Love. Leaves tops, a great setup shot. Inside that barrel. There we go. And Leighton Bennett leads 2-1. He's a very, very confident young man, Leighton Bennett, and rightfully so. He's got very fast action, similar to Ricky Evans, who, of course, beaten en route to winning the Cambridgeshire Open 5-0 as well. It was quite convincing. Beautiful start from Bennett. 135 visit. Forty to follow that. Superb leg of darts again from Leighton Bennett. This is marvellous stuff. 105 left after just 9 darts thrown. But a beautiful 139 to follow. But Leighton Bennett wants 105. Show 15. Tops. Oh, unlucky. That was a great effort. That'd have been for a 12 dart leg. Double 5. 14 darter for Leighton Bennett as he moves 3-1 up within a leg of reaching his second JDC Tour final. Averaging 95 now, Leighton Bennett. It's been another strong performance. But you feel there's much more to come as well from the 13-year-old world champion. Buster Turner. He's playing some decent stuff in this game. He's just been undone by Leighton Bennett, who's put some great legs of darts together. Been very impressed with Bennett. Bennett wants 61 after 12 darts again. It could be another 14 darter. The tops for a 15 darter to win. Just inside. So for a place in the final here in Dorchester, Leighton Bennett wants double 10. Just inside the barrel. Great markers. That was so unfortunate. So Buster Turner, 139. Can it go? Not on this occasion. So once again, Leighton Bennett wants double 10. Placed in the final. And Leighton Bennett moves into the final of event number 3 on the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour. 4-1 victory over Buster Turner. A 90 average, a superb performance from the 13-year-old world champion. So our second semi-final, guys, features Brad Phillips, of course, we've seen previously as he takes on Plymouth's Keelan Kay, who was very impressive in the quarterfinals as he averaged 94. So this again is going to be a spectacular semi-final. Leighton Bennett there was unbelievable. Averaged 90 in a 4-1 victory over Buster Turner in the semi-finals. So who will face Leighton Bennett in the final? We're about to find out, guys. Two very experienced players here on the JDC Tour. Keelan Kay and Brad Phillips. Phillips, multiple winner of the JDC UK Tour events. Keelan Kay, a former JDC UK Tour winner. Also a PDPA scholar for 2019 is Keelan Kay. Obviously, Phillips is too young at the minute to compete on the PDC Development Tour. It's going to be very interesting to see who will face Leighton Bennett in today's final in event number 3 on the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour in Dorchester. If you'd like to get involved on social media, don't forget to tweet us, guys, at JDC Darts. The JDC has up to 20 academies all around the UK and Ireland. And if you'd like to be a part of the JDC Academy, for more information on that, please visit juniordarts.com. And for more information on setting up an academy, please drop an email at info@juniordarts.com. The JD Academy routines and the green zone and various other games featured in the academy. The JDC routines are absolutely fantastic. Some of the pros have even had a go at the JDC, at their JDC score. Brad Phillips just missed his double 18 for a 104. Keelan Kay not on a finish. Brad Phillips wants double 18 for the opening leg. And there it is. Nice solid start from Brad Phillips, 94 average. And well in control of the second semi-final. They were just talking there about the JDC practice routines and the pros getting involved and ex-pros and so on and so forth. I find it fantastic that the JDC has so many ambassadors, and especially one guy, the world number 1, Michael Van Gerwen, is heavily involved in the Junior Darts Corporation. he wants to give back to for the future of the sport, because he was a young player, of course, coming through. Still is relatively young, is the world number one, and he wants to give back to the junior side of the game. And it's fantastic that so many people are involved from all different countries. Phillips, that's a great first start. He's got some breathing space in this second leg as well. 180 leaves. Keelan Kay, can he find a treble? He does with his last dart. And Brad Phillips is filming the driving seat here. 140 would be absolutely perfect. Just drags that second dart below. Leaves himself a ton. Keelan Kay is just going to have to go downstairs at some point to avoid leaving a bogey number. But he doesn't, unfortunately. He leaves a bogey number there. Phillips misses a dart, a double 19 for a 100 finish. Kay, can he apply some pressure? That's a great visit of 131 to leave 32. But better board management would have left him a finish previously. It's a great finish from Brad Phillips as he mops up 38 to open up a 2-0 lead. It's halfway there, halfway to the final. Lovely 100 visit. For Keelan Kay, has not quite replicated his performance from the quarterfinals, but there's a long way to go in this semi-final yet. Leighton Bennett certainly is the man to beat today, as he averaged 90.4 in that 4-1 victory over Buster Turner in the first semi-final, which we saw here on the live stream. Keelan Kay in the driving seat in this third leg, sorry. Big 20 needed here, leaves tops. Brad Phillips can only apply some sort of pressure. It's a great first start. Leaves 130, which only requires one treble, but Keelan Kay wants tops, and there it is. He gets his first leg on the board in this second semi-final. It's some great finishing so far this afternoon. I've been very impressed with the standard of play that's been set by these youngsters on the JDC Tour, and it's only going to get better. Leighton Bennett, of course, seems to be leading the way. He's sitting pretty now at the top of the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour Order of Merit. With Harry Gregory sitting in second position before today's event, is not competing today, I do believe. A lovely 140 there from Keelan Kay. He was sitting second, so we'll see how the table looks after this event. Keelan Kay looking to put a hole in this 257, which he does. Beautiful 140 to leave 117, which of course only requires one treble. Phillips on 98. Yes, that's a great first start. 17 for tops. Double top. Unlucky. Great effort from Keelan Kay. Brad wants 98. Treble 18 is going to go for now. Double 12. That's a great finish from Brad Phillips. Absolutely superb stuff from Brad Phillips. He took out a 93 finish in his quarterfinal win to win it in 2 darts, and that was brilliant. I've been so impressed with Brad Phillips and his finishing and the way he just takes a minute to sit back and compose himself, and he's so calm about his business. It's no surprise that he's won so many JDC Tour titles. Keelan Kay has the slight advantage in this fifth leg. But Phillips will know that the next leg is his leg. Keelan Kay 2-1-2. We're looking to leave something nice from here. Two very unfortunate darts. Three very unfortunate darts. Doesn't leave a finish. And Brad Phillips, we're looking to pounce on that. Doesn't quite leave a finish. Another treble 20, of course, would have left 170. 187. Can he set it up? He's got a glimmer of hope at Brad Phillips in 210. Can find a treble, which he does with his last dart. Cannon nicely off the previous two. Okay, he wants 142. Can't be done. Set it up here. He leaves 62. The treble 10 he's looking for. Brad Phillips for the match and a place in the final. Wants 110. 90. Treble 18. Just inside. Keelan Kay. Some pressure on this 52 to stay in the match. Wants double top. Double 10 now. He reduces the deficit to 3-2. But for Brad Phillips, this is the leg where he can book his place in the final. On throw. It's a nice 96 visit. Okay. Looking to stay in this match. Keep fighting. Decent darts from both players to start off this sixth flag. Nice, solid darts again from Brad Phillips. He'll have just been telling himself the next leg is my leg on throw for the match. It's all about staying calm and composed. Straight into that treble again. He's had a beautiful leg here. 101 scored. He's on 204. After 9 darts. It's a very tidy leg from the youngster from Essex. Okay, comes firing back. There's some pressure on this. He's handled himself well under pressure so far all day, Brad Phillips. But it may just be telling slightly now, as he can't leave a finish. Kay is in a great position to break here. With a good score. That's an unfortunate bounce out, but he leaves 130, which only requires one treble, of course, for a dart at the bullseye. Keelan Kay to stay in the semi-final. It's 130. That's just into the treble 5. Can Phillips end this match with a showpiece 137 finish? 118. Looking for a treble 20 here. Keelan Kay 176 for a level game and to take us into a deciding leg. Stops. There it is. Nerveless finishing from Keelan Kay as he breaks the throw of Brad Phillips to take us to a deciding leg in this second semi-final. And at one point in this game, Kay was out of it. Phillips was so composed. There was about 15 points in the averages, but some great finishing between the pair. Very composed, relaxed finishing. I've been very impressed with the composure of these youngsters all afternoon, really. Phillips still remain. You can see his body language is still remaining calm. He's not feeling the pressure too much. I'm in for a great conclusion to this second semi-final here in Dorchester. It's a great first two darts. Well, that's a 180 from Brad Phillips. Very well timed 180 as well. After just being broken to recover him the way he has, marvellous 180 visit from the man from Harlow. Another great follow-up. Superb darts. Scintillating stuff from Brad Phillips. It's 81. Doesn't need to go for the ball. Sensible board management. Sets up double 18 after 12 for a place in today's final, event number 3 on the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour. Double 18, and there it is. Brad Phillips, a clinical 4-3 victory over Keelan Kane. A great match. Phillips 82 average to Keelan Kay's 80. 13 dart leg to book his place in the final against this man, Leighton Bennett. Terrific 13 darter. It's been a very enjoyable event in Dorchester this afternoon. Both of these men have been in fantastic form over the entirety of event number 3 here in Dorchester, and it's going to be a splendid final. Brad Phillips, a multiple JDC Tour event winner. Leighton Bennett, 13 years old, world champion at Lakeside. He won the first event of the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour in Wolverhampton, and he's in the final again here in event number 3 in Dorchester at the George Albert Hotel. He definitely is the man to beat. Leighton Bennett. He's produced some great averages over the course of the day, scoring brilliantly like no one I've ever seen this year so far, leaving it finished after 9 darts in a good percentage of his legs that he's played in, and he is the man to beat for me today. But Bradley Phillips knows all about winning these JDC events, and he will be fancying his chances. The one thing I like about Brad is his composure. He doesn't rush, he doesn't get flustered. He just gets on with it no matter what his opponent has done. If he's lost a leg, he should have won. He still just keeps calm, still confident they can win the game. Who will win event number 3 then? The JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour. We're about to find out. If you are enjoying the action here, fear not. We do have event number 4 coming up straight after this one. Should be kicking off at 2 p.m. So as soon as this final's finished, we'll be starting event number 4. The two players just applying the final touches and the preparation before this final gets underway. So we're about to throw for the ball to determine who will throw first in the final here in Dorchester at the George Albert Hotel. Well, Leighton Bennett has won the ball and he will throw first in the final as he looks to win his second JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour title. Brad Phillips knows what it's all about to win a JDC Tour title, as he won 3 titles in his first year on the JDC Tour. Great darts from Bennett. A lovely 140. Bennett has the advantage. Can he put a hole in this 201 to set it up nicely? Just the 44. 43, so it's 158. Great darts from Phillips here. Puts in a 140 to leave 144. Just underneath the treble 20 bed. Oh, Leighton Bennett wants 66. Take the first leg. Tops. So an opportunity here for Brad Phillips. A breaker throw. 88. 18 for bullseye. Oh, he just drags his dart down. Very unfortunate. Leighton Bennett, double 10 for the opening leg. And there it is. The best of 9 legs, remember, guys? Solid 140 from Leighton Bennett. That was a ton, sorry. It's a beautiful 180 from Brad Phillips. He's hit a fair few 180s today, Brad Phillips. It's a superb reply from Leighton Bennett, who fires in a 140. I think this match really will catch fire if both players continue to fire trebles in the same vein. Just a 60. Gives Phillips a chance. He's on throw. He's got the darts. Great last dart. So important at last dart. 140 from Bennett, though. Plenty of pressure on this on 61. Can't find the treble, Brad, to leave tops. So Leighton Bennett wants 61 to break throw. Double 4. I think he's miscounted there completely. You can see he's angry about that in the background. He's completely lost focus there. And he's going to get a chance. Double 1. Drags it inside. He had 61 here. He hit the bull. Hit single 3 to leave double 4. And totally miscounted. But that's Brad Phillips levels the match up with double 10. And Bennett only had himself to blame there. It was a great 140 to kick off the third leg. Scoring power is unbelievable for his age. You can see the anguish in his face when he throws. He throws them that hard. Really has got a great action, very fast. Very deliberate action. Fires the darts into the board. Leaves 102. Phillips way back on 373. Potential 15 dart leg here for Leighton Bennett. Double 16. There it is. A 15 dart leg, 102 finish for Leighton Bennett as he moves 2-1 up in the final of event number 3 on the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts UK Tour. Solid ton for Bennett. That's a great 140 from Bennett. Gets himself right back into this fourth leg. Phillips, oh, he's filling that up nicely. That's a great 171 visit from Brad Phillips to leave 94. Bennett's looking to apply pressure. A fantastic 177 to leave double 12. I said this match would catch fire when both players start finding the range, and those two exchanges there were superb. Delightful to watch. Leighton Bennett wants 24 double 12. Double 6 now. There it is. That's the break. 3-1 lead for Leighton Bennett to move just 2 legs away from his second JDC Tour title. Solid ton to start things off. .96 in reply. Good steady exchanges here at the start of this fifth leg. Leighton Bennett is glued to that treble 20. Another great visit. Another great leg put together as well. 100 for Brad Phillips. Keeps himself in there. 91 to leave the big fish. Phillips can't find his range at the crucial time. So Leighton Bennett 6 darts from 170. 96 scored, 74 left. Brad Phillips needs firing some sort of pressure. A couple of trebles needed, really. Bennett wants 74. 20 for tops. For a 4-1 lead. There it is. A 4-1 lead for Leighton Bennett as he roars in delight. As he moves within just 1 leg of his second JDC Tour title here in Dorchester. Solid ton from Brad Phillips. As he has no room for error now. Bennett has been so consistent all day. It's been brilliant. His scoring is absolutely unbelievable. I'd love to see his first 9 average from some of the games he's played in today. His scoring has been unbelievable. With those 6 starts in the previous leg, the 171 from Phillips and the 177 in response from Bennett was absolutely superb. One of the best patches of darts I've seen, and it was brilliant to watch. Bennett on a bogey number, so Phillips just looking to set it up. Needs a treble or two. Can't leave a finish. Bennett has 6 darts from 165 for the match. 133 here would, of course, leave double 16. Leave 70. He's got time, but can Phillips apply some sort of pressure? Just a 60. So Leighton Bennett wants 70 for the title. And there it is. Leighton Bennett, a 70 finish to win the JDC Scott Farms International Junior Darts Tour event number 3 here in Dorchester. A fantastic performance. Another 90 plus average, a 91 average for the 13-year-old from Lincolnshire. And hats off to Leighton Bennett today. That was fantastic. A great 5-1 victory over Brad Phillips to clinch his second JDC Tour title in just 3 events played. Terrific average there from Brad Phillips. Brilliant stuff. I've got about another 10-minute interval, guys, before event number 4 does get underway here at the George Albert Hotel in Dorchester.